Jake Gibb, the elder statesman at 41 years old. Were it not for the presence of John Hyden, he'd be the oldest player on tour.
And this guy has fountain of youth, picking up his partner just 25 years of age.
6'8". Dane Blanton mentioned it, silver medalist a year ago. The wily lefty at 26 years old. 2 sets to 21, third if necessary, 2:15. Crabb gets us underway. Italy in blue, USA in white. Crabb runs down the first shot. Transition for Crabb. He puts it away. Straight Long Beach State as an outside attacker, a dynamic
Quick arm swing. It'll be interesting to see where Italy serves. That going to be important that he passes that ball just like that last one right there. Right there, ripping that ball cross court about 4 feet in front.
Way to play the game, as though there's no block. Gibb with his third attempt, inside out, could not find the sand. Wow, and the rip from Lupo.
And just crushing it. Look at that transition. That's exactly what I was talking about, that transition.
Big serve to Crabb. Over the top and a quick reaction.
Quick, that's what you want to do. If you sense that the defensive is out of sorts and out of position.
Offensive player in 14, best blocker in 16. And you've seen a whole lot of those skills on display.
Team is extremely solid in every single aspect of the game. We've seen them block, we've seen them play defense back line with a rip of a serve.
10 total.
Surprise, this team is solid. They caught fire, they played extremely well, and any tournament they enter,
the Rio Games in 2016, that men's beach volleyball was one of the most, because every week we saw different teams on the podium on the FIVB World Tour.
We absolutely did, but you know what? There's always into those Olympics. I thought that Samoylov, Schmedens and Samoylovs had a disappointing Olympic run, and then Allison and Bruno ended up winning. But this team, like of Italy, always consistent on the tennis circuit. I don't think you'd see the consistency.
No, along with Dalhouser and
yes. And a lot of people thought that would be the final. And one of them had to exit the tournament, unfortunately. Mix-up in addition to all the parity on the men's side.
Second up.
When both players are pressing that ball right over, down by 3.
Down the line, right there is Lupo. And with the block, no, just out of bounds. That eliminating the duo from Latvia, 15-11 in their last match. Smartly
capable of doing, very composed, and they look really in control right now.
Gibbs gets one off his partner Taylor Crabb, clad in white. Oh, what a nice set.
A little bit too long, but you see he gets the release quickly and with no spin. So a beautiful set by Paolo Nicolai to
use it as a volleyball net. Wonderful at McMahon.
Well, this serve's a jump float serve. Not a lot of spin on it, but all sorts away from Taylor Crabb.
Boy, the veteran welcoming the young man into the game, working on what they give to the sport of volleyball. Of course, Hawaii, a hot going to World League Finals, just traveling this week to face off with Brazil, Serbia, France, Canada, and Russia. So much volleyball happening. Stade coming up following this event. Another event in the Swatch Beach Volleyball major year following an Olympic Games. Jake Spiker Gibb with a good serve. Another.
Get that ball in the middle of the court. Here he extends for the pass, putting that ball in a great position for Nicolai to set him. It ends up right in the middle of the court, but this seems to be where Lupo likes it. Drop at the net may have been a mistake by Jake Gibb. The open net and the quick arm equal.
Nicolai goes to Gibb this time. Tough swing off the net, little slide inside move. Gibb, double axe handle. Check down, but a block from the
Nicolai. Here you see Jake Gibb drop. Here's the offensive transition, and he tries to go high line and get another point and a commanding lead, 16-11 for the Italians. Now, but if there were good side, it's the left side of your screen where the Americans are right now, the court. Whereas the side that Italy's on right now, the wind at their back, if they make even the slightest error, that ball.
Come on, take.
Both players talk about a perplexing situation and who do you serve when you're facing this Italian team, both Lupo and Nicolai.
spot. How do you approach that?
I like ripping it down the middle there.
Okay.
And
That
trying
one was
to hit the lines or ripping them out of their game a little bit.
Now the Italians definitely still well in their game. Gone back and forth working on both Gibb or Crabb, but maybe the American side just looking for a little momentum heading into the second set.
Big positive momentum swings, and you're right, you want to at least just get the momentum going your way as that ball's dug and out of bounds for them with some momentum and some confidence going into that second set.
The Americans with only one more point to try and do that. We have Crabb trouble with the serve again, but punches it through.
Fortunate Taylor Crabb, trying some joust action, getting it right through Nicolai's block and down. That the Americans had won the rally anyway, but to be sure right there.
Well, in any case, they got a overtime. Deep shot, Nicolai at the net now. With authority.
To put that away, and the Italians have had the momentum from the first whistle. They've played well, they played consistent with a lot of confidence, and right now, somewhat of a pressure situation for the United States for Jake Gibb and Taylor Crabb to turn this thing around when they need to.
21-17. We'll get a look at the stats in just a moment. Mentioned some of the sharpness, Dane Glenn. I think about the service match stats. Only one block for Italy, but 2 aces.
21-17 score, so the Americans right in this thing. They just have to clean up a few things, play a little more error-free to get back in it.
Set 2 underway. Taylor Crabb.
6'1", he's listed at 6 feet even, going up against the challenge every single time for Taylor Crabb.
Trying to help him out. Little over on one. Crabb drags it down. That ball's up on top of the tape. Gibb. Smartly done.
Lupo, even though that he's able, he tries to be sneaky here, go over on one, but Taylor Crabb says, you know what, I can make a play on that. Jake Gibb gives him a decent set, and here the big man, Nicolai, making a defensive play. Lupo getting it all the way over, but he doesn't get up and get set, so the entire court.
New club in Honolulu. All tight to the net. Crabb right hand. Gibb runs it down. This one's tight for Crabb, and he cannot push it through. And this time Jake Gibb called for his hands. A double.
He knew it immediately on that.
Crabb dug. Nicolai with the run. Now a reversal. Lupo blocking. Now he pulls. Lupo with nobody up.
Makes a great drop move. A perfect set, but he can't execute because that shoulder, the elbow, back and forth, where the points seem to be coming a little bit easier on the Italian side.
That's got to go over. Italians go short. Crabb once again. This time. On 2.
On the left, always you have to be looking for that over on 2 option at 6'8". Very easy for him.
Of Porec, Brouwer, and Musin won 2 seasons ago. Bruno and Alessandro, who are still alive in this tournament this year, won last year in the last couple of seasons. But Canada has put teams on there the last 2 years. Wow! Oh, look at that. Back set from the big man.
Pretty.
Gibb rolls it short. Nicolai this time just a little too.
Nicolai.
That's a good book. The Hands of Nicolai.
Lupo never giving up on a play. Some great rallies, some great athletic plays by all four athletes out on the court.
Gibb with the stab. Right hand flipper. Boy, just Dan, you touched on Republic and Switzerland in the other semifinal. On tour back in 2005. Block there. You heard Jake Gibb say that should be a lift. No call. Dane Blanton, is there a lift here? Oh, that first one looked a little dirty.
Yeah, may have stuck on the jersey as well.
I think those guys want Italy to win.
Wow. Like Casey Patterson, but Casey Patterson looks tall. Lupo looks...
Well, Lupo does not have a full hawk.
That's true. That's
the trucker
has a ton of style, though.
Oh, indeed.
Lupo trying to... That's what I like about the Italians' game. Very relaxed, very confident. Not a ton of flair, but they will celebrate when need be.
A couple of cover plays. Scrambled up. Crabb.
Of his presence.
For the first time in this match, the Italians a little off balance. Gibb, another play at the net. Nobody up.
That was a court. Puts that ball basically perfect. Kind of the shank dig by Nicolai. Look at where Lupo is setting the ball. He puts it in perfect position, but Nicolai unable to gather himself. Now that he's 41, he seems like he trains smarter than ever, and three-time Olympian.
Twice with Sean Rosenthal, once last year with Casey Patterson. That's maybe how you...
That was resolved. I think they're getting better at it each and every time, and there's more consistency throughout. I thought that was a great challenge by the U.S. as well. There's Jake Gibb. Find it.
Crabb to serve. Deep corner, Crabb, beautiful run. Can he put it away? Yes, he can. A souvenir in the crowd.
Looking for a little bit of a tell, makes the defensive play, and then switches.
USA working on Lupo, who goes right back to the deep corner. Crabb out there.
You notice this entire second set, the United States has really stepped up their game, but you never see
Gibb a serve. So Gibb that time getting away.
And then it looked like they served Nicolai.
Gibb with a good run up, and he takes it high hand. Still working on Lupo. Deep serve.
Come on, King.
Line called. Line
Meeting a wall offensively.
and a wall once again.
Here, they have answered the call and gotten themselves right back in it. It's going to Taylor Crabb, second block in a
Nicolai. Right to Crabb. Roll shot from Jake Gibb.
great shot right there.
Roll shot, Crabb there. Look, very patient call from our up referee. Cross court. That one appeared wide. 15 now. He's having issues and not let him off the hook.
Gibb knows he missed that one. He's got to take that angle. Look at the quickness of Taylor Crabb getting up, head above the net, and then going right in the seam. You see.
Bad pass. And that ball will not be run down. Receiving serve at a high level.
Which is so odd because he's the defender. He's the guy who has to have a good pass.
Set point for the Americans. An easy one right there.
Finish, and sometimes it just comes down to a couple of points, as we saw Poland versus Russia in our last match. It'll come down to possibly a 2-point margin. 6 blocks for Italy, just 1 block for the
third set underway. Kevin Barnett alongside Olympic gold medalist Dane Blanton. The USA in white, Italy in blue.
All Taylor Crabb could do is watch right there. That was...
Oh, unable to get it to Lupo. But Jake Gibb up at the net, a factor again. And there it is.
A lot of blocks, sending them back.
Base service from Crabb. Lupo, indeed it does here. Into the middle.
Come on, take.
And that rolled a piece of this one.
Now, that's what I like about this partnership. They seem to communicate really well. You see Jake ain't time to go after it.
Crabb dug. Lupo in transition, point Italy. So it's
seizing a little bit of that momentum. Great discipline by Lupo. What he does best, hang in that active plays.
Italy working almost exclusively on Crabb. Lupo forced to slap that one. Here comes Gibb. Tapped over the top, and now in just a couple of points.
Look at the layout here by Lupo, getting both hands on the ball, putting it in a nice position. Then Jake Gibb with a great overhand drop dig. And then how about Lupo digging the ball right 50-50 on top of the net. Paolo Nicolai going high up over Jake Gibb to the
idea.
Yeah.
Crabb.
FIVB tournaments he gets under the belt, the more confident he is.
A little bit of confusion. Gibb picks up that pass
and it turned the tides completely for Italy.
Joust at the net. Crabb picks it up. There's the lefty.
Hitting the ball into the net, and it could end up being costly for the Italians.
Now look at the Gens quarterfinal. Women's semifinals up next. We will crown a women's champion this evening. Reception and offensive game has steadied out just enough.
And I think Taylor Crabb making a decision. I think he can get there. He is one of the quickest players on tour.
Italy 8-6. Just over halfway there in this third set to 15. Oh, cruise control in set.